Alright, let's open up quarter two for the 4Bs. If you don't know what I mean by that, you can check out the video that I'm going to put a card for. It'll tell you just how our bets did for the first quarter. But like always, we're going to start off with one bet for you in case you need something right away. We've got Nick Ball versus Ronny Rios in the main event coming out of England. In this one, I'm actually looking for Ronny Rios to come up with the upset on FanDuel at plus 920. Welcome to 4Bs, where we discuss boxing, betting the B side, and other BS. I'm your host, Percy, and if you like what you hear and would like to continue hearing more, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I have to admit, when I originally saw this, I wasn't going to even bet this fight. I just started going down a rabbit hole, looking at different clips of Ronny Rios and of Nick Ball and their latest fights, and I started to notice some things that made me think that Rios is a really live dog in this. Honestly, what I think is going to happen here, Nick Ball is going to get his Pitbull Cruz moment. He comes out attacking. Everybody has those comparisons for him like he's Mike Tyson, the same way they did with Pitbull Cruz. But one thing I noticed in some of his past fights, he leaves his body open. And in Ronny Rios' last fight, that's what he did to his opponent Polanco. Hit him to the body over and over again and eventually even dropped him with a body shot. Ball even leaves his head open and has gotten tagged a few different times, both by Ray Ford and Vargas, and I expect that Rios will be able to do the same. That's not to say that I don't think Ball will have success. He will, because he is relentless. He will come forward. He's not going to find the same type of backing away and trying to pick his shots type of fighter that Vargas was in Rios. Rios is going to meet him in the middle, and I do think this is going to be a very exciting fight. Why not make it a little more exciting by betting the B side on this one and trying to make a little bit of money on it, right? In the undercard, we have two fighters here. We have Henry Turner versus Jack Rafferty. If you look at their records, Jack Rafferty has the more impressive record. I believe he's 23-0 with 14 KOs. Henry Turner has a 13-0 record or so with 5 KOs. But when you look just a little bit deeper into who they fought and everything like that, you start to realize that Rafferty's 23 victories came largely against guys who were very unproven. When you pair that with the video of what you see of him fighting, you'll see a guy who has really bad footwork and loops his strong hand, his right hand when he's throwing his hook. Slow with those punches, bad footwork, and then you compare that to what Henry Turner does, who has very sharp and fast punches. He does have a little bit to work on too, where sometimes he drops both of his hands away from his chin when he's throwing his punches. That could be a problem and could be a problem for us too in picking Henry Turner. He's the A side in this one. I believe, what do we have, a minus 142 on FanDuel. So that's more of a parlay piece type of thing for me, which is something I would put together with the Ronny Rios bet. But I do expect that Turner will win that fight. More than that, though, given what I saw with Rafferty's defensive abilities and his slow punches and his footwork, I kind of believe that Henry Turner is going to come away with a KO or stoppage victory here. And on FanDuel, that is at plus 360, which is a pretty nice get all on its own. Even better if you parlay that with a Ronny Rios victory. Those are the things I'm looking for in those two fights, but I'll take it a step further for you with the Rios and Ball fight as well. But just as a reminder, I do want to say to you, if you do like what you're hearing and would like to keep on getting tips on the boxing fights that are coming up, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Taking a closer look into the Ronny Rios fight, if you look at the lines, you'll see that most people are expecting this fight to end early and not see a decision of any kind. I happen to be in that same camp as well. But of course, with me picking Rios, I think it's Rios who's going to stop Ball, not the other way around. So if you start looking at the different lines that are available to you there, the line for him to win by KO or TKO isn't as good as you thought it would be, or as I thought it would be. At plus 1,400, it's not that great of a difference, but I would bet that as well. And then you start looking at the rounds. I don't think this is going to be a fight that's going to end early. I think it's more like a second half of the fight ending. So when I look at Rios and I see that he's got a chance for victory at 7 through 12 at plus 2,800, that's another thing I'm interested in. And then finally, 9 through 12 for Rios, that's plus 5,000. So those are all things I'm looking at. And you know, the bigger the odds, the smaller the amount I'd put on it, but it's just something that I would consider definitely for these fights coming up. So there you have it. Those are the bets that I have on the two fights for tomorrow from the UK. I hope they work out, and I hope we can come back happy after betting on these things. But if anything, I do feel like these two fights will be entertaining, so definitely tune in. One last thing, as you can see, I'm wearing a Yankee hat and also a Yankee jersey. That is because the Yankees are starting their playoff run today. I understand that they are considered the favorites to win the World Series. Not sure I can really buy into that, given as I've watched them more days than not, and I see very many holes in their game. But I do hope that the bettors are right on that. I'm hoping for either a Yankees over Padres or a Yankees over Mets, just to have the Queens fans here crying their eyes out. We'll see before that all happens. I know Manchester City is playing tomorrow morning, so I'll probably be throwing that into a parlay as well. Anyways, good luck and see you next time.